It is our final show of the year, and now you are just days away from the Super Bowl. I'd love to know, now that you guys have a full week of practice under your belt preparing for the game, did it feel similar or different to just a normal week of the season?
Yeah, last week felt like a normal week of the season. This week, with all the media attention and everything, it'll be a little bit different, but we got a lot of work done. We got our game plan in, 3 great practices, so I think we're ready.
Yeah, how did you make some of the decisions about how to prepare in terms of knowing it was 2 weeks, but then, like you said, knowing there's a lot more media obligations than in a normal week of the year?
Yeah, we took an extra day of rest last week before we started practicing, and took Wednesday off also, so the guys could get all the tickets and the hotel rooms, get everything set for their families before we came back. And once we got back in the building, it was all football. It's all about winning the game, and hopefully get through this weekend, not get the virus, and get ready to go again.
Yeah, and speaking of getting family set to go, how about you? Are you going to have some family at the game, I imagine?
Yeah, my mom's 95. I'm flying her in, and my brothers and my sisters, my kids, and nieces, nephews.
And did I hear that maybe your mom is considered a bit of a good luck charm?
Oh, there's no doubt. We have not lost the Super Bowl she was at.
So yeah, this is good. I'm glad to hear she's coming down. This is a good sign. So looking back at this season so far, why do you think this team had what it took to make the Super Bowl? What are the elements that are necessary for that kind of success?
I think it all starts with accountability with each other and to the cause. Our first meeting, we knew we had to beat the virus before we could beat another team, and our guys did a great job. We had a couple crazy cases, but overall we really got through it extremely well. And even in this times when you don't really get the camaraderie on the games, eating meals together, doing things together because of the pandemic, this team is extremely close. It reminds me a lot of the Super Bowl 40 team in Pittsburgh, where we took Jerome back home to Detroit. And these guys are extremely close. They care about each other. They're very accountable to each other.
And so for you, how would you say coaching in the Super Bowl is similar or different to another game? Are there things about how you go about it that will change, or do you try to keep it exactly consistent for how you approach every other game?
Everything's consistent, the way we practice, the number of reps, all those type of things. The big difference is the week of the Super Bowl. This one isn't as quite of a distraction with all the media attention, but still guys have obligations to do in between meetings, in between practices that they normally wouldn't have to do.
What are the messages that you have had for the team about how to approach the game, especially to guys who have never been to a Super Bowl before? What are the things that you're really trying to convey to them in either meetings or out at practice, or just any time that you're getting to talk with them, even in the hallway?
That's just another game. We played this team. We gave them 17 points early and then came back and we're 3 points short. And we're good enough. We don't need any heroes. We don't need soft bubbles and tears. We're good enough. We just got to go play our best football.
And what have you seen some of the leaders on the team saying, or maybe how has the team gone about practicing, things you've noticed about the way that guys are approaching it this last week?
Yeah, great preparation. The very, very few mental errors, very few penalties in practice, extremely high intensity practice, especially Saturday. Got me worried we were going a little bit too fast, but it was extremely, extremely well practiced. And our guys are ready. They're ready for it.
Andy Reid, a guy that you know well, what makes him such a tough guy to face, particularly in the Super Bowl?
Well, anytime you give Andy 2 weeks to prepare, he's so innovative. He's going to go back and look at films in the 40s and 50s and find something he really likes. And they have a great offensive coaching staff, and they'll have some gimmicks, they'll have some RPOs they haven't shown, so it'll be a chess match the whole way.
And you guys have so many vets who knows what it takes to win in the league, but the Chiefs were just in this game last year, so they of course have a lot of guys returning who've played in the big game. So does that matter? How much does playing in a Super Bowl before affect a player?
Other than knowing how to handle the 40-minute pregame and the 30-minute halftime, not much. I mean, it's like Tom said the other day, experience doesn't win this game. Execution does.
Knowing that clearly Tom Brady knows a thing or two about how to play in a Super Bowl, what does that do for you as a coach when you know that your quarterback has the level of experience that he has in this game?
Well, the game's not going to be too big for him. And I know it means a lot to him, but his practice habits are off the charts. So by the time we get to the game, it's old hat.
And then finally, what are you most looking forward to about the game? You're not allowed to say winning because we know that's obviously the answer. So other than that, now that you are about to play in this Super Bowl, what are the moments? What are the things that you're already most looking forward to or think you'll remember the most?
Yeah, I always loved the national anthem, and we're having a great flyover, so I'm sure I have a tear in my eye, but just to get it started, I can't get here fast enough.
I can imagine. I bet this 2 weeks has been some of the longest in your life. Well, thank you so much, Coach. As always, we really appreciate your time here with us. And of course, good luck in the Super Bowl.
Thank you, Casey, and thank all the fans.